I guess we could get in some characters out in the way, but any favorite characters?
Honestly, honestly, I guess to a degree, Dave. Just Dave in his own right is very disturbing. Let's be
That's your
honest.
favorite?
But no
How's that
absolute favorites on this one. Sorry.
What about you,
Uh,
Crossy?
yeah. Me too.
Honestly, I have a favorite, and it's freaking Dave. He makes me laugh the most.
I wonder
Of
why.
Mostly Dave hilarity, to be honest with you, because those two are fucking crazy and hilarious.
You're not wrong. Especially for one certain line in the fucking end of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else? Like favorite episodes? Anyone?
It's hard to decide because they were all good in their own way, and I try to remember most of the episodes.
I kind of like the one where Gary thinks that like everyone's mad at him, and then he tries to apologize to them.
Oh God!
I mean,
I know which one you
'cause
mean.
it kind of, yeah, because it's kind of relatable.
Yeah, I can see why
Oh.
you would think that. Because, no offense, Crosser, but you have that same issue as well.
Yeah,
But at least we're
though
working
I'm
on
still,
that.
though I'm still learning nonetheless.
For me, it's a toss-up between two specific episodes. And Crossy, you might want to kill me for this one. One of the favorites was the episode Dave Gets Boobs.
No! No!
Mainly because of just how utterly ridiculous it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! No!
I can't believe I'm having half my paycheck taken away as a titty tax.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Retro Warriors, Hazard has been disarmed.
No, the fuck I haven't. But yeah. Also, the other episode is actually the Revenge of Matsui, which was the season finale for season 1. I actually enjoyed that one because it was a reference to Ninja Gaiden in a twisted way, along with Nintendo itself. I mean, okay, but long story short, like those were the episodes that stood out the most to me. The ones that would be a close second would have to be, let me think. Well, you're not wrong, Crossy. The Drunken Office Party was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That was a very hilarious episode. That, and one episode, while it gets an honorable mention from me, was the time Larity had to get ass surgery. There is a story behind that one, guys. I suggest checking it out for yourself. I would not recommend it for those who are easily offended, though. What do you guys think? What will be your favorite episode, Justin? Because I know Crossy already mentioned hers.
There was a couple. There was a lot of good ones. But I will say, most likely that one time when they were in gamer convention and stuff. That was.
I know
that was
exactly which
hilarious.
one you're talking about. The Vegas baby episode, actually. Yeah, that's the one I know you're talking about. That was hilarious in a way.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah,
that I think about it, there was one more episode I was gonna count as a favorite, but considering the other ones, there was also the time they had wrestlers in the series at one point. It was only for one episode, but still. But moving on, any favorites, like any not so favorite moments, like least favorite episodes?
You already
I
know
can't-
mine.
Honestly, I don't think I could say there's any least favorites for me because I honestly enjoy the series through thick and thin.
Fair enough. Crossy, I'm assuming the one that you're talking about you don't care for was Dave Got Boobs.
It was so weird. It was so fucking weird.
If you think about it,
Honestly, I like that episode because that was fucking funny.
like I said, I liked the episode only because of how ridiculous it was. I figured. I'm not gonna lie, Cross. I figured you would have said the same about that Larry Got Back episode, like when he got ass surgery.
Shut
Baby
up.
got back.
Why? I was trying to avoid that joke.
Well, too bad. I'm doing it for you because baby got back.
Oh my God, Justin.
Uh,
Moving
ladies and
on.
gentlemen- Ladies and gentlemen, please don't get mad if this is the last episode of Retro Warriors you see here.
But yeah, let's keep going on this one. Like, the series is basically just 2 seasons, 26 episodes. Needless to say, this series still left an impact to this day, at least in my book.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Crossy being unfortunately very new to the series and not knowing what she was in for, yeah, don't be surprised if she's basically mentally scarred for this episode.
Hey! Ah!
And then there was one moment we watched in at one point in the series where Justin basically had this has to be Justin's catchphrase for watching this Code Monkeys. Put your damn dick away!
Yeah. Yeah. Even though Dave's my favorite character, I just always, when I first watched that episode, when I first watched the series with Hazard on our own time, when Crossy was off or asleep, I remember, and Dave had his fucking dick green, I basically screamed and said without any time at all, no second thoughts about it, I simply shouted and said, "Put your damn green tiny dick away!" I screamed it like Vegeta, I said it like Vegeta, I basically said, "Put your damn dick away!"
And it was episode 2.
Please do. Honestly, I think at this point, like, there's not really much to go on for this series. Like, oh, just one little side note. One of the voice actors specifically was also the voice of another notable character that you guys may remember from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The guy who basically voices the Bats hated douche known as Todd, who was Dana Snyder, by the way, also voiced Shake in Aqua Teen Hunger Force because, yeah, and to be fair, Justin spotted the voice faster than I did, only because I wasn't paying full attention to it at the time.
When you hear the voices a lot, you kind of make the comparisons. It's kind of easy to pick up.
Besides, friends stick together. Mikey's with us. If you arrest him, you'll have to arrest all of us.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. Don't be so by the book.
I would not have predicted this. No way.
True.
That's all I got.
But yeah, as I stated before, the series was created by Adam De La Pena, who was also one of the voice actors. And one can only imagine what he was thinking when he made this series. Possibly
Well, my
for shits and
question is,
giggles,
who did he
possibly
voice?
because he had some twisted idea he wanted to try out and basically, show the world to. Who knows? No one knows how that
Question
guy
is, though,
thinks.
my question is, who was he voicing?
Dave. He voiced Dave.
Awesome.
I wish I was kidding. But yeah, he
Anyway.
voiced Dave.
I think that's everything we need to talk about. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, it was just a lot of non-stop South Park style randomness throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
Randomness that
Anyway.
I'm not sure if Crossy was ever prepared for.
Nope. But a lot of good video game references, though, I will admit.
True, and some guest stars. Some of the guest
Pretty
stars
much.
mostly being major video game programmers and creators, so there you go. I don't remember their
even some
names at the
jokes?
moment, but yeah. They did
even
guest
some-
star, like there were some God of War references, some Oddworld references, and so on.
Mm-hmm. And there were some joke guest stars, like Michael Jackson and the guy who made E.T.
Oh, can we not talk about the E.T. game? That was terrible no matter what. And
Yep.
if you pay attention to some of Code Monkeys episodes, specifically some of their content, once you get past all the insanity, you'll notice that a lot of them were basically references or making fun of certain video game controversial topics. Like how basically there was the whole video games promoting
video-
violence bullshit.
And the whole video game Crash of 85 or 83.
It was 83 if I remember right.
Shit.
No,
I'm
you
close.
you're the one who told me about it, so you would know.
Yeah, cause I saw a G4 episode.
Yeah, back when G4 was still cool in my book.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think the question to ask,
Anyway.
and Justin usually asks this
Anyway.
question.
Yep. Basically, does this show still hold up? Abso-fucking-lutely.
I think it does, but if it were to ever be renewed or rebooted, I imagine that some of the jokes would have to be toned down.
Yeah, or if it become a YouTube series, it would probably be very toned down because of how
I'm
YouTube is.
fairly sure the episodes are on YouTube still. You just have to find them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll just have to
but
have good luck. But I'm sure there's some websites on Google that will also help. And anyway, but we definitely recommend you guys checking this out for yourself. But it's honestly a good show. I give it a 10 out of 10 to be honest with you.
I give it a 9 out of 10, mainly because there are certain episodes I did not care for. But it was still an enjoyable series in my book. Some of the jokes were just that crazy enough that I ended up just laughing myself half to tears. Like I said, once you get past some of the humor, if you're not like, I still would not recommend to anyone who's like, very oversensitive about certain topics mentioned.
Mhm.
But I would recommend regardless to those who, might be interested in looking it up. But be forewarned though, guys, it can get as twisted as South Park. You've been warned.
Mhm.
So you can't really blame
Yeah,
us if you decide to
no.
check it out. You don't like what you see.
Yeah, but though, if you guys seen South Park, this isn't too far off from that kind of craziness. Even though South Park is a little more intense, but it kind of holds up to almost to the torch of that. But we do recommend you check it out.
Pretty much. Crossy, what rating would you give it?
Brain explosion out of 10.
Brain explosion?
It's mind fuckery.
You're not wrong.
But in my honest opinion, I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Hey.
Like I said, there were certain episodes I just didn't care for, which is why I gave it a 9 out of 10. They were still enjoyable, don't get me wrong, it's just I didn't care for them personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's safe to say we pretty much have, all this, covered. We can't really properly explain this series, to be honest with you guys. That's why we were saying you should probably check it out yourself. Anything else you guys want to say on this? Because I got nothing.
We're pretty much it on everything that we gotta say. What about you, Crossy?
Yeah, I mean, I recommend the show. I mean, that's all I gotta say because usually these retro reviews take a while. But, yeah.
Yeah. Again, if they seem to take a while, guys, it's just when we get busy, it's just hard to keep up. But we do our best.
Our schedule is kind of making it a bit of a mess, to be fair.
Yeah,
But we
especially
do
with
try to
things
make
coming up
time. We
with-
usually set up a binge watching day, to watch as much as we can.
But anyway, I think that's a good stopping point. I hope you all enjoyed this. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. This will most likely be on Crossover's channel, and someone has a channel. The playlist, there's a playlist on my channel if you guys want to watch all the Retro Warriors stuff, so that way you don't miss it. And we hope you enjoy this. Any final words, guys?
This series was still hilarious from start to finish. I mean, it had its low moments, but what series doesn't? And honestly, if it came out to the most disturbing character, that easily goes to Todd. With Dave being a very, very close second.
Yep.
Also, before I
Nothing I
forget,
can say.
would not recommend for any children, period.
No.
So yeah, that's my closing statement. Anything you guys got?
Yeah. But that's about it, guys. We'll probably catch you on the next retro review, because who knows what we're going to review. You don't, but we will. But you'll find out at the end of this episode, as always. But anyway, like I said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends and family, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a wonderful vid, and be sure to subscribe to Crossover Fanatic and Hazard Chaos and me on Bardock Elite Fighters channel, so that way you can all enjoy our wonderful content that we do for you, and we all love you all, our fellow Retro Warriors, and we shall see you all next time.
Later!
See ya,
Later.
peeps.
What in the world? Static
Shock now on weekdays.
Somebody's working overtime.
Static Shock tomorrow at 3:30 right here on Kids WB.
Prepare for an intergalactic showdown with the most treacherous criminals in the universe.
Coward!
Keep in mind there's no reset button on this game.
Aboard the Outlaw Star, Gene Starwood and his crew of bounty hunters take to the stars.
Prepare for combat.
Time to lay the cards on the table. Outlaw Star, weekdays at 5:30, only tonight.
For the next time on Retro Warriors.
To the power of the pack!